So we're going to learn about purchasing on account in QuickBooks Online. So purchasing on account is also known as buying something and promising to pay later, and can also be described as entering a bill you will pay later. So when you purchase something on account, this just means you're buying something now, like a good or a service, but promising to pay it later. For example, when you visit the doctor, you receive services from the doctor, but you agree to pay later. From a business perspective, let's say you build houses. You have an agreement with Home Depot that they will deliver lumber to your work site to build a house, and you will pay it later. So anytime Home Depot delivers lumber to you on account, this means you are promising to pay later. So we're going to learn how to enter a bill, which by definition means you're going to pay it later. If you're paying a bill immediately upon receiving it, you use the check window instead. But because we're going to be entering a bill that we're going to pay later, we're going to use the bill window. So again, only use the bill window when you're entering a bill that you will not pay immediately. The bill window is simply used to enter bills that will be paid later, so you can track how much you owe and to whom you owe the money. The bill window will increase accounts payable, a liability account, so do not use it if you're receiving a bill and paying it immediately. So remember, this is critical. If you pay a bill immediately when you receive the bill, use the check window instead. So when you use the bill window, behind the scenes, QuickBooks will increase, also called crediting, accounts payable. This is similar to the purchases journal we learned about in manual accounting systems. The debit will usually be an asset or expense depending on what you're buying. This is what the journal entry looks like behind the scenes. So we're now going to enter this transaction. On January 7th, 2028, you receive a bill from Books by Bessie for $500 of accounting services. They closed our books for the previous year. The terms are net 30, which just means that the bill is due 30 days after the date on the bill. The bill number is J3X9, and the bill is due February 6, 2028. And of course, the critical part is we will not be paying the bill immediately. We're going to pay it later. So to do this, we click on the New button in the upper left, and then under Vendors, we're going to enter Bill, because we received this bill from the vendor. So here we're going to enter Books by Bessie. I'm going to hit Tab. Tab just advances to the next field. And notice the mailing address is filled in for us. The terms is defaulted to net 15, but we want to change that to net 30, which again means that the bill is due 30 days from the date of the bill. I'm going to hit Tab. The bill date was 01/07/2028. Hit Tab again, and it converts it to a date format. The due date will update to February 6 automatically because the terms are net 30. I'm going to hit Tab, go to the bill number. It's J3X9. And then down here, this is the account we're using. So Books by Bessie, the default account, is this accounting expense. And if we needed to change that, we could just go to our chart of accounts here and change it, but that's good. So I'm going to tab to the description field, and the description is closed books for 2027. I'm going to tab to the amount field. It's $500, and that's it. Now I can click Save and Close. So what I did is I clicked on the down arrow, and I want to close the window when I'm done. I want to save it and close it, so I'm going to choose Save and Close. If you want, you can use the keyboard shortcut Control-Alt-D. And now if I wanted to double check to see if that bill is actually in the system, I could go look at my vendors, go to Expenses, go down to Vendors. We could click on Books by Bessie in the Vendor section, the Vendor Center. And this top row is the transaction we just entered, January 7th, bill J3X9 for 500 bucks. And if you're curious how much we owe this vendor, the amount that we owe them is up here where it says open 500 bucks. How much of it is overdue? 0.